Hey everybody, it's Jenny. Just a reminder, if you enjoy this video, please leave me a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please remember to subscribe. All right, so we are working in my memory planner that does not have photos, and I am a few weeks behind, so I'm not going to be doing it day by day like I ordinarily do. I'm just going to be doing the whole week at once in order to expedite this process because, like I said, I'm a few weeks behind. I'm doing something totally different this week. I am putting one full box in each column, though not like directly across or anything like that. I'm just doing them straight up and down, no overlapping. I just decided, let's try it. I've been doing the same thing for a really long time, so why not give something different a try? I'm trying to balance the colors and all of that together. I did get a little heavy on the pinks on the top on the right, but I am not going to get upset because I know by the end of the layout it'll all look all right. So am I slightly irritated at the beginning? Sure am, but it's okay. Now I need to find a clean color dot marker to coordinate with this layout. I don't have one that matches perfectly, so I need to find one that will go with it overall. And I found one. I like the brown. It works great. So that's what I am going with. I am doing the same thing where I alternate, but I'm also going to use these alphabet stamps from Inkblot Shop. I think they are so cool. Do you see that? How there's multiple of each letter? Okay, so like if you wanted to spell a whole word out at once, like say school, on one block, you could because you have two O's. Like, that's awesome. Super excited about it. Can't wait to try more. I just did the same old way that I ordinarily do, one alpha on each block. I didn't line words up or anything like that. I absolutely will get there and play with it more. I just really wanted to stick to short words, and I really just wanted to do what I'm doing here because I already have a couple of things that are a little bit different already this week. So I didn't want to try yet another new thing. But I love how that Bonds looks right there with those alpha stamps. I think you're going to see me using these a lot, that's for sure. Now, I am using a sticker kit from Bubba Bear, and it has a sheet of boxes, like decorative boxes, and then a sheet of boxes like to write in, and that's it. There's no like little decorative like kiss cut stickers or anything like that. So I'm going to have to make do when I get to the end and I have some blank spaces. Now, of course, I wouldn't have to. I could leave the blank spaces, but at this point in this planner, I'm kind of team no blank spaces. Might that change? Absolutely. I'm always evolving, always trying new things. It's what's crazy fun to me. Like, I don't want to do the same thing all the time. I want to try all the things and just enjoy myself. I'm using my black VersaFine ink. I think I've probably told you guys this several times before, but for anybody who hasn't heard it, I have had this exact same ink pad for probably 10 years. I'm not kidding. So when I tell you I have been using this one VersaFine ink pad, I have no re-inkers for it. I've never re-inked it. I just am using the same ink pad for, I would say, at a minimum, 8 years, but I think probably closer to 10. So I'm telling you, I have gotten every single penny's worth out of this ink pad, and I'm in no hurry to buy a new one. So pretty exciting if you ask me. Now, I do really like the Bubba Bear paper. And the other thing I wanted to tell you is in case you are new-ish here and you're wondering kind of about this planner, let me give you a brief synopsis. I really love changing planners multiple times throughout the year. I get to try all the things, I get to use all the things. It just keeps me more creative. I really have a lot of fun and I love it. But what I don't love is I don't love then I have 6 half-used planners at the end of the year, or not even half-used, like a quarter used or something like that. So, and actually, we all know my math is bad. That's not how much it is. But I want one planner that sits on my shelf at the end of the year so I can be like, oh, what was 2022 like? Pull this one out, flip through it. So that's what this is. I guess some people in the planner community call this back planning. I call it memory planning because that's what it is. I'm jotting down all the things that happened each day. And then at the end of the year, I have one planner that sits on my shelf. and I love it. I'm obsessed with this idea. It gives me the freedom to jump from planner to planner to planner, and it also gives me one planner at the end of the year. Problem solved. So we're getting towards the weekend, and I am still continuing on the same premise of not having the two types next to each other vertically. So sticker directly on paper, sticker, and trying my hardest to make that the same horizontally as well. I just sometimes I sort of have a lapse in thinking. I think you guys have probably all figured that out by now, that sometimes I just get really caught up in what I'm doing and I'm not really thinking that much. So sometimes it doesn't work horizontally. Otherwise, it's looking good and I love it. All right, here come the alpha stamps yet again. This is the third time we're using them on this layout, and I am happy to say that I am as excited about them now as I was at the beginning. They are cute. I use a microfiber cloth and some Ranger stamp cleaner to clean my stamps. There are many, many ways to clean your stamps. If you scroll back, I've got a handful of videos that will walk you through very, very detailed explanation of how to clean your stamps. This is just one way. It works really well for me. It's very quick. It's very easy. It's not wet. I mean, it is wet because the spray is wet, but like I don't need a soaking wet thing. I don't need dishes of water. I have clean stamps that always stick. So it works really well for me. I will link the stamp cleaner below. I have been happy with it. This is the second bottle I have purchased. I used an entire bottle and I'm about halfway through the second and I'm very happy with it. Now, you wouldn't go through a bottle of cleaner as quickly as I do, I don't think. I stamp multiple times a week, all kinds of things. So, it's just kind of a thing, right? All right, so that stamp set, I'm loving it, and I'm loving how it's looking multiple places on this page. As you can see, I'm using it yet again down at the bottom. Most of them are short phrases just to highlight that particular event. Sadly, here I'm highlighting my son finally 2 years later tested positive for COVID, the only one in my family so far, thankfully, but still needed to be notated. All right, so now I'm going to add a little bit more decoration before I'm finished. So I'm just going to use a handful of Everyday Explorer stamps, and I'm looking for an ink. I have lots and lots of pink ink. However, I decide on this rusty color from the Stamp Market, which I love, by the way. It's probably my favorite Stamp Market ink color. And it's just really unique, and I think it looks amazing, and I liked how it coordinated with this kit. Not matched, coordinated with. I will do my best to link up the Everyday Explorer stamp sets below for you too. I used several different stamp sets, so I can't just be like, oh yeah, there's this one and this one. I mean, it's just, there's several. So, but I love them, and I love how they turned out in this week. They're just kind of fun little additions that I absolutely didn't have to include, but I'm really glad that I did. That is it for me this week. I'm just going to finish up stamping and that will be it. I am so happy you stopped by and watched. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below and I will do my very best to get back to you. Thanks so much and make it a great day.